permit us to think in short time horizons. Proverbs 13:22 says, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children." Not just children, his children's children. That's at least a three-generational vision. And that assumes that those great-grandchildren are faithful enough to carry it further. Psalm 78 pushes it even further, that the next generation might know them, the children yet unborn, and arise to tell them to their children. Did you hear that? Children yet unborn. That is a command to think beyond your lifetime. Now, we live in an age that thinks in quarters and election cycles. The Bible thinks in centuries, though. And here's where it gets really uncomfortable. Inheritance is not just spiritual. Now, it's not less than spiritual, but it is not only spiritual. When Jesus tells the parable of the talents in Matthew 25, the servant who buried what he was given was not praised for his caution. He was condemned for his unfaithfulness. Now, we know that faithfulness includes multiplication. That includes faith and conviction and land and resources, and importantly, structures. But wealth is dangerous, and we all know it. Paul warns us in 1 Timothy chapter 6 not to set our hopes on the uncertainty of riches, but on God. And so here's the tension, that we must not worship wealth, but we must not bury stewardship either. And so that tension is exactly why today's conversation matters. Today, I'm super excited to sit down with Philip Furlong. Philip is a wealth advisor, and he works with high net worth individuals every single day. And he sees what preserves generational stability, and he sees what destroys it. But this conversation is not about chasing financial returns. It's about building families that endure. It's about designing systems so that your great-grandchildren inherit more than just money. They inherit faith and order and vision and structure, and importantly, a shared Christian heritage. Now, retirement planning ends when you die, but legacy planning begins when you die. And so today we're talking about stewardship, strategy, and the 100-year vision. So let's jump into the conversation.